Ever since they started talking about the Marvels, they said that it would be a pretty important film. And of course, if you've seen a couple of the other projects like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and of course Ms. Marvel, you know that Carol is dealing with some pretty high-powered, I guess artifacts is the best way to explain it. Well, now we got a report on how exactly the Nega Band will be used and connect directly into Avengers Secret Wars. So in case you missed it in Ms. Marvel, the Nega Band has some pretty insane powers connected to it. It can literally travel through time, space, and dimensions, which is pretty important if you really think about it going forward, and we talked about this when it came to Ms. Marvel. The latest reports in regards to how the Nega Bands are going to be important going forward connect directly to the Marvels. And essentially what we're going to find out is that the villain of the film has gotten her hands on one of the Nega Bands and been able to exploit it and use a machine that is powered by the Nega Band. And she essentially is able to rip apart time and space and tap into it with more than just the band, aka you don't have to wear it anymore to be able to use its power. And that this machine is directly connected to Ms. Marvel and her bangle/band, but also how Ms. Marvel's powers work in general, how Monica's powers work, and how Captain Marvel's power work. And that's why they're constantly shifting, because once the band is activated, it connected this piece of, I don't know what you call it yet, multiversal crystal energy, which we've already seen. Ms. Marvel has obviously those powers, and that's what it looks like when she's teleporting. We've seen Monica with those same colors as she was hit with it in WandaVision and her using her powers. And we've seen Captain Marvel when she had her accident, that same exact color and like energy beam. So it looks like it's all connected in some way to this Nega Band and what they're doing with it. And in my opinion, that's pretty awesome to see that that's going to be a major factor, and that in this way, they set up the Nega Band as a major multiversal thing, and that this film is going to establish why it's important to Avengers Secret Wars and even Kang Dynasty, and why Kang is after it. It's another factor in the giant multiverse piece of the puzzle that connects to not just the sacred timeline, but any timeline. So you can see how the Marvels is setting up to be another important piece in the big Secret Wars puzzle.